Hey yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Headlocks and Hot Packs. And as you can see, we are hitting it with some more hoops tonight. It is back, new and unlicensed. 2025-26 Donruss basketball. A very foily box here, but you can see we have a couple of the rookie class for that year on the front there. 15 cards per pack and 6 packs per box. The new Panini Premier, again, unlicensed now that Topps has the license. And I said some guys from the rookie class on the front there, find one auto or memorabilia card per box on average. Probably going to be a memorabilia card. Look for the ultra rare downtowns and animation inserts, blaster exclusive optic purple velocity. And then here is a look at all what else can be found in here. But as I said, not licensed anymore now that that has moved over to Topps. This primarily is going to be like veteran players, legends. We may see some of them in here. I think there are some college players as well, so we'll probably see some guys that just got drafted in the NBA draft a couple of months ago. No true rookies to be found in here, so there's guys from the rookie class on the front, but none of them are true rookies. If you go by what Trading Card Database says, anyways, that's what I base things off of. But those are some pretty fat packs there. That one there feels a little bit thicker, so I'll put it on the bottom. Here's a look at the packs. We will have no sign of Cooper Flagg in here. I don't think Dylan Harper's in here, or Con Knipple. So basically all the best rookies from the 25-26 class. You can't really find them in here, and like I said, if you go off of what Trading Card Database says, there aren't any true rookies anyways. So we'll see what we can come across. I'm always looking for Celtics regardless, or I should say I'm looking for Boston's, since they're not going to have the team, I guess, nicknames on there. It's just the city, which is why we kind of saw it said San Francisco instead of Golden State. But there is the design, same as we saw for baseball not too long ago. A couple of retired players, few retired players to begin. Going to be probably quite a few of them in there. There is Buzelis, would be a rookie, doesn't get the rated rookie. Tui gets the rated rookie. And again, none of them are true rookies. There is Otega Owe. Panini's doing that first Panini thing, like Topps does with their Topps debuts. There's Derek Queen, rated rookie. KJ Evans. I'm not going to remember how many of these guys got drafted, and probably more specifically where they got drafted to. So I put all the inserts and parallels on the back. Here's our first one. Bit of a color match there with the old school Jazz uniforms. Adrian Dantley, green hollow laser. That's been a pretty common one for basketball blasters. Here is a, I don't know what this one is called, pink sparkle, but it's it would be an optic pink sparkle. And a numbered one right out of our first pack, 84 out of 275 for that Javon Small there. Next up, here's Hanson Yang Swish. I don't recall seeing that insert set in previous years of Donruss. But like I was saying, the green hollow lasers, that's a pretty recurring one. I want to say in years past, you would get a lot of I think it was orange lasers were usually the blaster exclusive. Here's Zero Gravity Walter Clayton Jr., rookie quote-unquote insert for the Utah Jazz. I don't think we'll come across anything too crazy in here. There's a free security tag. I did not get stopped at the door purchasing this one because I actually purchased it online. Looks like we've got an Isaiah Thomas, Celtics Isaiah Thomas on the back. We will move all our parallels and inserts again. There is the worm. See, it doesn't even say Chicago on there, which is I don't know, you would think that they'd be able to keep some of the stuff on the jerseys. Like if it says Knicks, then obviously they can't, but when it says New York, why can't they have that on there? says New York at the bottom of the card. There is Spud Webb. That's mid-90s Hawks run there. There's Isaiah Thomas. Not a fan of those gray Celtics uniforms. I was never really a fan of the t-shirt jerseys to begin with. I'm glad they've pretty much done away with that. Another first Panini there. There is Kobe Sanders for the Clippers. KJ Adams, first Panini. Another green holo and another Hanson Yang. Don't think these are super valuable. You guys will see it on the screen. Here is an optic, Steve Kerr, longtime Warriors coach. Has championships with Chicago and the Spurs. Speaking of the Spurs, there's Net Marvels, first one of those. Carter Bryant, again, quote-unquote rookie insert. And then Unleashed, we saw this one, we did baseball about a month or so ago. That's the green holo version of Unleashed on Walter Clayton Jr. So we've ended the first two packs with Walter Clayton Jr. cards. Since we won't be seeing them in this box, there's not really going to be any other opportunity for me to, of course, talk about what would be the biggest NBA news. There's a Penny Hardaway, LeBron joining the Sixers. Basically thanks to the Celtics. If you go based off of what's been reported, the Sixers were never even a consideration for LeBron until the Celtics traded Jaylen Brown to them for Paul George. So, way to go, Celtics. Speaking of, there's an Amari Williams, quote-unquote rookie, another Steve Kerr. I think we're probably going to be seeing a lot of the same names over and over again. This is only a 200-card base set. Of course, with not really any current players outside of, I guess, probably the guys that they still had under deals from, you know, rolling over from the previous, before Topps took over. There's Tyron Stokes, one of the better college or high school prospects in the nation. Kind of surprised I've actually even heard of him. There's Giannis Unleashed. That's the regular Unleashed as opposed to the green holo from the last pack. And we're already halfway through the box. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. Nothing too crazy yet. We've yet to see our hit, but I think it's going to be in that pack that I stuck on the bottom because it did feel thicker. Another Steve Kerr haunting us here. There's Chris Mullin. Yes, that's San Francisco there instead of Golden State, because Golden State would indeed be trademarked. Speaking of Golden State, lots of rumors. I don't know how national they've been, but lots of rumors of Stephen Curry coming to the Celtics. There is Yaxel. I mean, I don't foresee that happening. If something crazy happens by the time you guys see this, I'd be pretty stunned. But if for some reason Steph Curry were to ever end up on the market, I've read some things that he actually really loves Boston. And I know he was seen, like, playing golf with Jason Tatum, which doesn't really mean anything, because I think they were also playing with Obama, and I think he had dinner out with Missoula, like, while he was here, too, so I don't know. I don't read too much into that. There's another green holo, 2 Net Marvels in a row. This one, the green holo version on Cade Cunningham, one of the very few veteran players that you'll find on this checklist. But yeah, I can't foresee Steph Curry going to the Celtics. I think if he were available, other teams would be able to give up better things. I know you'd have to, like, kind of make the money match, so that's why people are thinking, like, oh, Paul George, wrong. You never know. Lots of first Paninis in here. We've seen some women's college players. There is a Kareem Lopez first Panini, green holo. I I am pretty sure he got drafted, and for the life of me, I cannot think of where now. I want to say Brooklyn, but I am not too sure on that. 2 of Malawak in this pack, his base, and now the Optic Parallel. Nothing overly exciting. Took me forever to be able to pick up a sleeve there with these dry hands. Another Elite Series. There is Derek Queen for the Pelicans. I'm starting to think the Pelicans need to get out of New Orleans. I don't think the basketball really works there. And then another Hanson Yang. This one Unleashed. So between Hanson Yang and Steve Kerr, those two might be new curses here on the channel. But final pack, our our auto or memorabilia should be in here. Of course, there's always that little asterisk that they put on the box, so it's really like on average 1 guaranteed, so you never know. Although I already do feel something a lot thicker in here. I'm pretty sure we've got a relic coming up. There is Muggsy Bogues, another Adrian Dantley, so again, a lot of kind of the same names we saw before, especially from that first pack. There's the base Javon Small, Caden Catchings, Ryan Kalkbrenner. There is Acuff. I think he went to Sacramento? I could be wrong on that. Omaha Belieu. I probably butchered Mr. Belieu's name. Green Hollow rated prospect. And our first regular Optic Hollow, Elijah Arenas. He is, of course, the son of Gilbert Arenas, who we just... Was he in this pack that we just had? Father and son in the same pack. Another swish. There's Trey Johnson for the Wizards, who look decent on paper. Devonta Davis, Keontae George, a nice young player. You also got Trey Young there. Lots of injury concerns there, when it comes to Davis and Young. And we do have a relic. It is an Alex Tui jersey series. Again, it says San Francisco, not Golden State. And as always, not from any specific game or event. So at least I guess they're guaranteeing that Alex Tui actually wore this jersey, but at the end of the day, it's an Alex Tui jersey, so nothing really to write home about. But our hit comes last. Let me know what you guys thought of this box in the comments down below. Losing the license obviously very clearly hurts this product, so they have to reach into the bag of legends and college players. Next week, I think we're going to be throwing it back with some throwback football, so make sure you return next Thursday night for that. Enjoy the upcoming weekend, and we'll see you on the next one.